But here we go, guys. We're here with another. I went to the movies, man. Again, I went to a movie, saw a couple of movies, got a couple of movie reviews going to be coming out this week. One of them going to be, obviously, you saw the thumbnail at the very beginning. I'm going to be doing Escape Room 2, Tournament of Champions. Not going to be a super long one on this one right here. This is one of those movies that, like, it is what it is. A lot of people go see a movie like this, they're not expecting a whole lot. I went and saw the first one. I didn't even see the first one in the movie theaters. I watched it afterwards, like on a streaming service. Really enjoyed it. Like, it really shocked me, and it was very good. This movie to me doesn't do a lot of disappointing either. It's got this cast that I feel like they going through these different rooms and stuff, and the cast in this movie did pretty well. I don't think anybody did anything terrible in this movie, like that made you scratch your head. Here's just a version of a couple of rooms. Like, this is the bank vault room that they had. Then they went to like basically like a beach seaside thing that was going on in one room that was really super cool. They start off in this subway train as like one of the first rooms they go to and everything else. But we have director was Adam Rubenthal. And I don't think he did a bad job at all. Like I said, it seems to me like they put together a pretty good premise, right? They try to up it, like most of the time you're doing sequels. They try to, up the ante per se, and that kind of thing. So I think they did do that to a certain point in this movie. Some of the stars were Taylor Russell, Logan Miller, and Deborah Ann Wolf. That right there is, like I said, this cast I thought didn't do a terrible job. They did pretty good. And like I said, I didn't really see like this huge weakness involved in that aspect. The only thing I can say is that when movies come out, with this kind of escape room and stuff, and they're going to be traps. Like, y'all know from all my past, like when I've watched these movies so far and I've rated them, some of these movies, look, I expect it to be gruesome at some points, and then it doesn't. It kind of disappoints me. But now I know others that don't like that kind of stuff. So like, with these kind of movies and stuff, like they actually love the fact that there's not like this bunch of like gruesome things happening or whatnot, and I see that and I understand it. But this movie, one big thing I want to talk about a little bit here is that with this movie, I thought that maybe this franchise, because like look, almost everyone that creates anything now, they're looking for franchises or looking for an IP that they can hang their hat on. You look at things like Purge and Saw and all these different things, especially like in the horror place, but like even look at the MCU and all this stuff. Like, you want these things so that you can build a franchise on, so that you can keep going back to the well and making a little money. Well, let's say if you looked at the first Escape Room, it shocked you how much it made. And on top of that, it started getting a groundswell of support of people giving it positive reviews. So you want to go to the second movie. I don't know if you do what they did in this one and go to a Tournament of Champions, because what would you do? Like, what are they going to do after the Tournament of Champions? You know what I'm saying? Like, and with that being said, I just really think they probably should have took this a different direction. Like, just think about this, for instance. Let's say you were thinking, this possibly may be a franchise, sort of like The Purge. Like, maybe not making billions of dollars, but it makes us millions. So it's pretty good. So let's start trying to build this out. I think that it would have been better if you gave us some movies and you had like these different characters. Like we had the main character in the first one. She survived. She was even able to help one of her friends, or I don't even know if you want to say one of her friends, but one of the other people that were stuck in a room. Like, more than one of them survived than hers, right? So there you have two players right there. But let's say you go down the line and you make a couple of more movies with these really interesting traps and stuff like that, and these escape room kind of things across the country, right? They're almost happening at the same time. And you showcase the different backstories of these different characters as they win and are able to escape the escape rooms, right? So like maybe like 3 or 4 movies, we've got enough people to kind of do this, right? Like the Tournament of Champions. And the backstory of each of these characters going into this Tournament of Champions movie. I just think it would have been more epic. I think it would have been a really cool little thing to do. It's almost like watching reality TV where you watch like, Big Brother, or you're watching Survivor or something. And after so many seasons, they'll throw like the winners together in this like hardcore match. It'll almost be like that kind of thing done in the movies for the first time, like I think that would have been a cool idea, but I just think they jumped the gun and jumped into, oh, we're just going to make this tournament of champions because we got to make it bigger and grander. I say they could have made it bigger and grander if they would have just made bigger and grander scale things, right? Like, so obviously you come up with bigger ideas for the rooms and maybe even a little bit of the story or whatever. You change a couple of things here and there. But that being said, overall, I think the movie is pretty solid. It's not like the greatest thing in the world, but it's not like the most terrible thing. If you're sitting around on a weekend or maybe a weekday, like maybe you work like me and you actually get days off during the week or whatnot instead of the weekends most of the time, like this is definitely something you could go see, like you're chilling out at lunch or, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can go see this movie. It's not very bad. And it's at all, period. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give you my score. My score for this movie is going to be in a 6. That means if this is one of the first ones you've ever watched, 1 through 10, that's how I'm scaling it. Number 5's dead in the middle. I'm not like super hyped, but I'm also not against it. It's directly in the middle. I'm lukewarm about it. Anything above a 5 means that I like the movie. Now, how much I like it goes on the scale, right? Like, so far, the highest movie I've rated is an 8, and I can't remember which one I threw that one in right off the bat, but the lowest movie I've rated so far was number 3. That was Fast 9, just because I rolled more than I laughed. But hey, I get it how some people love that franchise and they probably are more endeared to the characters, right? So in this one, I say 6. It's not the greatest, but I don't see like super big flaws, and you can still go have fun. There's interesting rooms in this movie, and all that, like for you to have fun with. And like I said, I don't see any major flaws, any major weaknesses. There's, here and there, you can maybe it wasn't the greatest at certain little spots, but it wasn't terrible either. So that's what I think about it, man. If you go see it, or if you've seen this movie already, or if you go see it in the future, comment in the comment section and tell me how you liked it, what you would have rated yourself, and that kind of thing, because that really helps out a lot. And it's cool. Like, I like talking to y'all guys about movies. That's one reason why I do this. And listen, guys, I'm not scared. That's why I do the 1 through 10. I know most people don't do a 1 through 10 scale, but I do the 1 through 10 scale because I'm not scared of that. I'm not worried about don't take my opinion and go watch a movie and expect it to be the greatest thing you've ever seen, even though I say it may be one of the greatest things I've ever seen, because, dude, we're different. All humans are different in different ways. There's some ways that we may be similar, but there are other ways that we're different. So, like, you may love one thing and I hate it, and I hate one thing and you love it, but that's how it's supposed to be. And guess what? Everything you go watch isn't the greatest thing you've ever seen, and everything you go watch isn't the worst thing you've ever seen. This wasn't the worst. I think it's just above that middle scale. And you know what? This is one of those movies that if I walked into a friend's house and they wanted to stream it, I would sit down and watch it with them, because I liked it enough to be able to enjoy it another time with one of my friends. That's kind of like where I'm at with this movie. Hope you guys go and see it. Hope you guys enjoy it. And if you don't, still, I don't care. Even if you disagree with me, put that comment down in the comment section. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can, guys. Thank you very much. It helps us a lot. We're almost to that 700 mark. Just makes you feel all warm and cozy inside. And until next time, guys, peace.